Most seniors don't lose their independence because of general weakness or simply getting older. They lose it because of one bad fall. It happens in a split second. A slip on a rug, a missed step off a curb, or a moment of dizziness while reaching for a high shelf can change a life forever. 1 minute everything is fine, and the next a hip is fractured and a long road of recovery begins. We see this happen to people we love, and it feels like an inevitable part of aging, but it doesn't have to be. There is one simple movement that physical therapists absolutely love, because it targets the exact muscles and neural pathways needed to prevent falls before they happen. This isn't a complex gym routine. There is no expensive equipment required. It takes just a few minutes a day and can be done right in your kitchen. If you are a senior looking to stay mobile, or if you are between 18 and 50 and want to help your parents stay safe, this is the most important information you will hear today. Stay with me because we're going to break down the beginner version that anyone can do, even if they feel completely unsteady right now. Balance loss doesn't usually happen all at once. It sneaks up on you gradually. You might notice it when you feel a bit wobbly while putting on your pants, or perhaps you find yourself reaching for the wall more often as you walk down a hallway. These small moments are early warning signs. For many seniors, the fear of falling becomes a quiet shadow that follows them everywhere. They stop going to the park because the grass feels uneven. They stop visiting friends because the stairs are too intimidating. This loss of confidence is often the first step toward losing independence. When we stop moving because we are afraid of falling, our muscles get weaker and our balance gets even worse. It is a dangerous cycle. But the encouraging truth is that your body is remarkably adaptable at any age. Your nervous system can be retrained. Balance is not a fixed trait like eye color. It is a skill that can be sharpened with the right stimulus. Most people think balance is just about having strong legs, but it's actually a complex conversation between your brain, your inner ear, and your feet. Even very active seniors can have hidden balance issues if they aren't training their reactive stability. Small, consistent daily practice creates massive improvements that can literally save a life. And the most surprising part is that the best balance exercises for seniors usually don't look difficult at all. The number one exercise that physical therapists recommend to improve balance is the single leg stand. It sounds basic, but it is the gold standard for a reason. When you stand on one leg, you are forcing your brain to recalibrate your center of gravity instantly. This exercise trains your stabilizer muscles, specifically the gluteus medius on the side of your hip, which is responsible for keeping your pelvis level when you walk. It strengthens the tiny muscles around your ankles that make micro adjustments every time you step on an uneven surface. Most importantly, it activates your core and teaches your brain to react faster to instability. To do this correctly, you should stand near a sturdy countertop or the back of a heavy chair for safety. Keep your posture tall. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling and look straight ahead at a fixed point on the wall. Gently lift one foot just a few inches off the floor. Do not let your legs touch each other. Try to hold this position while maintaining a calm, steady breath. Then, switch to the other side. It looks incredibly easy when you see someone else do it, but the moment you lift that foot, you will realize how much work your body is doing to keep you upright. Despite how simple the single leg stand appears, many people fail to see results because they make a few common mistakes. The first and most dangerous mistake is holding your breath. When you hold your breath, you create internal pressure that actually makes your balance more brittle and less fluid. You want your body to be a shock absorber, not a rigid statue. Another mistake is looking down at your feet. Your neck position heavily influences your inner ear, which is the command center for balance. By looking down, you confuse your vestibular system and actually make yourself more likely to tip over. Some seniors also tend to grip their support surface so tightly that their knuckles turn white. If you are white-knuckling a chair, your brain isn't learning how to balance, it's just learning how to hang on. Physical therapists focus on consistency over intensity. Balance is primarily a nervous system skill. If you train too aggressively or try to do too much too soon, your brain gets overwhelmed and stops making progress. But the one mistake that matters more than all the others is quitting too early. People often try the exercise for 2 days, feel frustrated because they are wobbly, and give up. You have to give your brain time to build new neural pathways. It takes about a week of daily practice for the initial neurological adaptations to stick. To get the best results, you need to follow a clear progression. No one should start with the hardest version on day 1. If you are just beginning or feel very unsteady, the beginner version is for you. Start with both hands firmly on a chair or countertop. Lift one foot and focus purely on your posture and breathing. Hold this for 10 seconds, then switch. As you feel more confident, move to the intermediate level. This involves using only one hand for support, then eventually just one or two fingertips. The goal here is to reduce the amount of external help your body is getting. Once you can hold that for 30 seconds with minimal touching, you move to the advanced versions. This is where the real magic happens for preventing falls. The first advanced variation is doing the single leg stand with no hands at all, hovering them just above the support in case you need them. The next level is to add gentle head turns from left to right while standing on one leg. This challenges your inner ear. The ultimate advanced version, which should only be done with a spotter nearby, is closing your eyes. When you close your eyes, you remove your visual system, forcing your brain to rely entirely on the sensations in your feet and ankles. This activates balance systems that most people never train, and it is the best way to prepare for a situation where you might have to navigate a dark room or a dim hallway. It is important to understand that balance is more than just your legs. It is a tripod of systems working together. First is your vision. Your eyes tell you where you are in space. Second is your vestibular system, located in your inner ear, which acts like a carpenter's level to detect motion and orientation. Third is proprioception, which are the sensors in your joints and muscles, especially in your feet, that tell your brain what the ground feels like. Most people never realize that as we age, we often become overly dependent on our vision for balance. That is why many seniors fall at night or in low light conditions. By practicing the single leg stand, you are forcing the proprioceptive and vestibular systems to get back into the game. To support this exercise, you should also focus on practical home habits. Wear supportive shoes that allow your toes to spread naturally. Ensure your home has excellent lighting, especially in transition areas like doorways and stairs. Strengthen your feet by occasionally walking barefoot on a safe, flat surface to wake up those sensory nerves. Balance is a total body commitment, but it all starts with that one simple movement of lifting a foot. A 7-day balance jumpstart is my challenge. Commitment matters whether you're helping yourself or a parent. Practice the single leg stand for 1 minute per side every morning and evening for 7 days. Do it while brewing coffee or brushing teeth. Track your progress. On day 1, you may only hold it for 3 seconds before touching the chair. You will be surprised how much steadier you feel by day 7. Please share your time below. Can you hold it with one fingertip on a chair for how long? Sharing your time creates a mental commitment to improve. We sometimes ignore basic answers because they don't seem hard enough, but in physical therapy, simple movements are often the most significant. This goes beyond standing on one leg or timing a few seconds. About your life. It means walking confidently through a grocery shop without fear of a slick floor. You need steadiness to climb stairs to see your grandchildren's bedrooms. The ability to walk in the evening and appreciate the fresh air without gazing down at the pavement is key. Balance underpins independence. When you lose balance, your world shrinks. Reclaiming it expands your universe. This tiny investment yields huge returns over time. Start today, stay persistent, and remember that your body can do more than you think. Before we continue, today's video is supported by Advanced Memory Formula from Advanced Bionutritionals. If you've been feeling more forgetful, distracted, or mentally foggy as you age, this formula is designed to support memory, focus, and long-term brain health with ingredients like bacopa, ginkgo biloba, blueberry, and alpha-GPC. It's also backed by a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it with less risk. Results can vary, and it's not meant to diagnose or treat any condition, but if you want to support sharper thinking as you get older, check the link in the description. You have the tools and information. Now take the first step or stand. Try it before bed tonight and let's construct a safer, more stable future. Your independence is worth every second, so act immediately.